change is happening and moving fast, and I don't know how long I will last. My survival depends on you. Let's work together and make it through. We can save the earth. Mother Earth is crying. She has been so hurt. Just take a look at the climate. The heat is rising, affecting the sea. The temperature's climbing to the hottest degree. We see a rising activities, the droughts, the rain, and poverty.
Land and ocean species, they are decreasing. Some are migrating for better living.
It should be disturbing for all to see how this global warming affects you and me.
We can save the earth if we just come together and make it better. We can save the earth if we just come together and make it better.
We can save this world. We can save this earth. Don't let it fall. Came from this earth.
Green energy reduce carbon emissions. Solar, wind, bio, hydro, geothermal. Cut down the use of single-use plastics. Reduce and reuse should be our main practice. True. Don't kill the trees, we need the oxygen. Stop dumping waste into our oceans. Then pollution needs a solution. Let's save the earth for future generations.
We can save the earth if we just come together and make it better. We can save the earth if we just come together and make it better. Let's bathe in the rivers and dance in the sun. Enjoy your blessings from the one up above. From the top of the mountains to the depths of our seas. Let's protect this world for you and me. We can save the earth if we just come together and make it better. We can save the earth if we just come together and make it better. We can save the earth if we just come together and make it better. We can save the earth if we just come together and make it better. We can save the earth. We can save the earth.
We can save the world.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to our virtual audience as well. Welcome to the second annual Youth Impact 12 Awards ceremony. We are happy to be hosting this ceremony in an intimately sized audience. We are also excited to be bringing this event in the comfort of our own homes because of COVID-19 protocols. I am Nayoka Carey, and I will be hosting this event with
Dasky Percival. So our first item will begin with a prayer by Pastor Tebron Joseph. She's a youth leader of the Alpha and Omega Christian Center. Pastor Joseph is an ardent supporter of the Department of Youth. The church's youth group was recognized at last year's award ceremony for their steadfast support of the Department of Youth.
Following the prayer, we will remain standing for the national anthem by Lorenzo Philip. He is a past Culturama Mr. Cool and National Carnival Mr. GQ contestant. He was a vocalist for the department's Save the Earth music video, which was released on July 5th of this year.
A pleasant good evening to everyone. Please bow your heads with me as I open with a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we want to give you thanks and praise this evening for all that you have done. Thank you for making this event a reality. Thank you for the organizers, God, that worked tirelessly to accomplish each task given to them. Heavenly Father, as we seek to award 12 sensational youths this evening, we are asking you to envelope everything that is seen and unseen. Let there be no setbacks or interruptions, God, this evening. God, I pray that the purpose for which this event was created this evening, Lord, that it will successfully come to pass. And at the least, when we leave this place, Lord, let 12 other youths be motivated to make an impact the same. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
O land of beauty, our country where peace abounds, thy children stand free. On the strength of will and love, with God in all our struggles, St. Kitts and Nevis be a nation bound together with a common destiny. As stalwarts we stand for justice and liberty with wisdom and truth. We will serve and honor thee. No sword nor spear can conquer, for God will sure defend. His blessings shall forever to posterity extend.
Thank you very much, Tebron and Lorenzo. Wonderful job. At this time, I would like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Spencer Brand, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development, Mr. Keith Glasgow, Assistant Secretary, Ms. D. Michelle Liebert, and other ministry personnel. Director of Youth, Ms. Curtis Clark and staff. Director of Youth Empowerment, Mr. Pierre Liebert and staff. The Youth Impact 12 awardees and Green ambassadors, interviewers and ushers, specially invited guests, the NIPAC staff, Mr. Carl Tyson and team, parents, supporters, and well-wishers, viewers, and representatives of the media. Good evening. We further acknowledge the absence of the Minister of Youth, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, who is currently overseas on official duty. Tonight, the Department of Youth is celebrating youth excellence to the hosting of the Youth Impact 12 Awards ceremony. The department opted to join with the Commonwealth Secretariat to celebrate our young people during Youth Workers Week. The theme, which is quite fitting for this occasion, is Champions of Youth Work. Tonight, we'll be given a glimpse into the lives of 9 Youth Impact 12 awardees and 4 Green Ambassadors as they have embodied what it means to be a champion. As the department aims to present innovative ways to reach and engage our youth demographic, you can expect to witness special appearances by our local creatives. The items to be presented will serve as a reflection of the arts. For this reason, we have dubbed tonight's event a Night of the Arts. Also, before we begin, I would like to impress upon you, Anayoka, I've been practicing some comedian skills. So I would like you to rate some of my jokes and tell me, be honest.
All right, that's it.
And tell me how am I.
I will.
My first one, be honest, instead of laughing at me, really. My first one, singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it is called a soap opera.
Wow. I'll give you a 6 out of 10.
Thank you. So I could start then.
You can begin.
Okay. Another one.
Okay.
I don't trust trees because
Why?
they seem a bit shady. Well, how do you rate me with that one?
I'll give you 8 out of 10. I heard that one before, but I just didn't catch on the answer right away. Sorry. But I'll give you 8 out of 10 for that one. That one was pretty good.
One last one. What kind of shoes do ninjas wear?
I don't know.
Sneakers.
I'll give you a 9 out of 10 for that one.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. An overview of the Youth Impact 12 program will be provided by the Director of Youth, Ms. Curtis Clark. Please welcome Ms. Clark to the podium.
Madam and Mr. Chair, please allow me to adopt the protocol that has been perfectly established. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I join with the chairpersons in welcoming all of our attendees and viewing audience to the second annual Youth Impact 12 Awards ceremony. I would also like to use this opportunity to congratulate our sister department on St. Kitts in the celebration of Youth Month. While my department celebrates Youth Month in April, our colleagues on St. Kitts typically celebrate Youth Month in November. As a custom, they decided to support our young people by accepting the invitation to share in this special moment with us. Mr. Liburd, on behalf of the Ministry and Department of Youth, we wish the month of celebration a resounding success. The theme that will govern this evening's celebration is Champions of Youth Work. This theme was chosen in recognition of Youth Workers' Day, which will be celebrated internationally on November 5th. The theme celebrates young people who have been involved in their local community by showing strength and resilience in inspiring other young people. The Youth Impact 12 Awards program does justice to this intention. This evening, 9 deserving, hardworking, dedicated, and selfless champions will be awarded for their sterling contributions to nation building. Through the rigorous process of nominations, interviews, and deliberations, the 9 champions and their category of award are Merville Janelle Nisbet, Patriotism; Brendan Claxton, Education and Lifelong Learning; Deandra Archibald, Volunteerism; Malikwa Kamu, Volunteerism; Yasolezi Flanders Grant, Entrepreneurship; Giovanni Tyson, Sports Excellence; Jevon Claxton, Information Technology; Shakia Stapleton, Youth Development; and Davian Griffin, Youth in the Arts. May the awardees please stand. I wish to express heartfelt congratulations to each of you. We salute all of your remarkable contributions over the years. We adore you. We truly, truly appreciate you. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated. This cycle witnessed a number of firsts of which we can boast. First, we saw an increase in the number of awardees. Our first cycle produced 6 awardees, but tonight we will be awarding 9 young people. This is also the first time that the categories of youth development and patriotism were featured. As you would have recognized, there are actually 2 awardees in the area of volunteerism. Their profiles and interviews were so compelling that the deliberations resulted in a hung jury. Our ultimate goal, therefore, is to be able to award 12 young people across 12 different categories. The third cycle of the Youth Impact 12 Award Program has commenced. Our first awardee to be awarded next year is Kalia Clark in the area of education and lifelong learning. Kalia, congratulations on attaining this milestone. We encourage the general public to identify and nominate our young people for various categories. When they shine, we all shine. As I close, I wish to express my heartfelt thank you to the Ministry of Social Development for continually supporting the undertakings of the department. I wish to also express my profound gratitude to the sponsors of tonight's event. Even during this challenging and financially strapped period, you have exercised your corporate responsibility by giving back to the community. It would be remiss of me to leave this podium without singling out the staff of the Department of Youth. The sacrifices, dedication, drive, and passion for youth work have propelled this department to soar to higher heights. Thank you, Ms. Lanissa Burke, for your immeasurable service to the Department of Youth. We have full confidence that you will continue to brighten the corner wherever you may be. Thank you, Ms. Cordesia Walters, Mr. Leandra Dyer, and Ms. Kishana Stapleton. You all are appreciated. Coincidentally, and in agreement with the theme, in April of this year, I decided to refer to my team the Champion 5. And while Ms. Claxton is here in our presence this evening, I wish to single out Ms. Danella Claxton, the former director of the Department of Youth, who actually came up with this idea of honoring 12 young people across 12 different categories. Ms. Claxton, thank you for that vision. Before I take my leave, I wish to express sincerest thank you to the interviewers, parents, and well-wishers of our awardees. My appeal to all of you is to continue to encourage and support our young people. Give them the attention and resources required to be able to excel in their various disciplines. We all can make meaningful contributions to our society. Congratulations once again to tonight's 9 champions of youth work. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Clark, for your overview. Mr. Glasgow, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Social Development, will offer brief congratulatory remarks. Let's give Mr. Glasgow our undivided attention as he acknowledges the excellent contributions of our awardees.
Thank you, Mr. Percival. And I too wish to adopt the protocol that has been established. But I want to specially mention the Honorable Spencer Brand, Minister within the Nevis Island Administration, responsible for communication and works. And let me also specially welcome all of our awardees. And let me now say a special good night to all. Actually, I will be doing a little more than congratulatory remarks, because I believe the work of the Department of Youth needs to be highlighted. I consider it an honor to be asked to deliver congratulatory remarks on the occasion of the Youth Impact 12 ceremony. So let me extend gratitude to Director Curtis Clark and the staff at the Department of Youth. Our youth have been awarded in 12 distinct areas, or at least that is the intention eventually, to cover each of the 12 months in the year. As I read and ponder on these 12 areas, I cannot help but notice that they read like a youth policy document. As such, this tells me that the Department of Youth is catering to and rewarding our youth in areas critical to their growth and development, and the development of the society as a whole. As we are aware, a youth policy framework entails tremendous research to identify areas of vital importance to our youth. Youth Workers Week is being celebrated this week under the theme, and I quote, Champions of Youth Work, end of quote. This theme has been borrowed by the Youth Department for this ceremony. I therefore wish to think of our youth awardees as champions of these different areas in which they will be rewarded. I see you as champions of good character, champions in your chosen careers, champions for positive change, and champions within your communities. During this fiscal year, the Department of Youth has expended much time and energy on issues related to the green economy and climate change. Currently, there is a United Nations Climate Change Conference ongoing in Glasgow, Scotland, it appears that the world is facing a climate crisis and urgent action needs to be taken to protect our planet. The conference is dubbed COP26 since it is the 26th conference of the United Nations on this subject matter. COP means simply Conference of the Parties. So I wish to applaud our Department of Youth on its initiatives geared towards protecting our precious environment. Sensitization in this regard must be ongoing. To quote Louis Bruns, editor of the Blue Peter Green Book, and I quote, "Knowing what the problems are is only the first step. The next is doing something about them," end of quote. We need to adopt a more environmentally friendly policy. So much for that. Let me say, in this context, the word green should not just be a fashionable word. It should not just be a buzzword. It symbolizes something. It is a call to action for us to adopt policies to protect our planet. We need, however, to balance economic development with protection of our natural environment. I therefore call on our youth demographic to do its part in this endeavor, that is, in protecting the environment. As I close, let me now turn to our youth awardees again. I extend congratulations to you awardees on the work that you have done and the excellent work that you continue to do. May your work bring enduring benefits to your communities. At this time, I also wish to commend the Director of Youth, the staff, the interviewers, the sponsors, and all who have made this award ceremony a reality. You have been doing an outstanding work. I will now end by saying the Ministry of Youth pledges its steadfast support for this event. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Glasgow, for your congratulatory remarks. This award ceremony would not have been possible without the generous support of the Nevis Island Administration, St. Kitts and Nevis Development Bank, Saga Shipping and Trading Nevis Limited, and the National Caribbean Insurance. Let's pay attention to the upcoming presentation.
Welcome to the customer support portal, where we have made it easier for you to contact us. It starts with your question, email, a message, phone call, or a search on our website. Our CSP provides prompt and efficient solutions to your problems. We pride ourselves on treating our clients responsibly and ensuring your information is kept safe. Log on to www.skndb.net and send us a ticket or email us at customersupport@skndb.com. You may also call us directly at 869-465-2288, extension 1322, or 954-353-1003.
discussion of tonight's event will bring into focus the 9 Youth Impact 12 awardees. For the benefit of our audience, the order of the presentation is as follows. The biography of the awardee will be presented by a poet. Following this presentation, the awardee will make their way to the stage to receive their award. Having been given the award, and if the awardee chooses, they will make their way to the podium to express words of gratitude and offer words of encouragement. The awardee will then exit the stage. Now, before we begin, just a little light moment, because I'm a bit boosted, and I'll give you guys just a few more jokes. These are a bit more serious, so prepare for them.
All right.
Are you to rate me, right?
I will, and I'm ready.
Okay. What did the ocean say to the beach?
I have no idea.
Nothing. It just waved.
I'll give you a 9 for
A
that.
9?
Dasky, I'll give you a 9 for that. That one was
Here's
pretty
an
good.
even trickier one. What has more letters than the alphabet?
I don't know. I don't know.
The post office. Could you not know that?
You caught me off guard with that one. That
Okay,
one was pretty
one-
good. I'll give you 10 out of 10 for that one.
10. Thank you.
I'll give you 10 out of 10.
One last one. You know, I used to think that the dryer was shrinking my clothes. But then I realized it was the refrigerator. I need to get rid of it.
I'll give you a 9 out of 10 for that one. I'll give you a 9 out of 10 for that one.
Take it seriously. We will now invite Mr. Glasgow back to the stage for the distribution of the first 5 awards. Ladies and gentlemen, our first Youth Impact 12 awardee is Brendan Claxton, and will be awarded in the category of education and lifelong learning. A round of applause, please.
Isn't music just lovely? Talking about music, right? I remember my old music teacher boy. Can't forget first time I see this man coming to class with a stick and the afro. Had to take a second look because I want to know here go. But one of the best from GSS. Despite some critics, he pushed through regardless. Wonder if you remember this. I don't understand how my child. Back to the script. But it's a good thing he never said much, you know? Because, strange man with so many talents and don't say much. Guess that's just him. How can I forget those creative lessons from doing song parodies to the mannequin challenge? That girl is a real crowd pleaser. Small world, all her friends know me. I could only imagine he playing a song, whether by himself or with Nevis Panosam. But wait. Hold up. You mean to tell me this man is also a music teacher? He teaches how to play steel pan and even travel to play the same steel pan? Well, sir, hold up. You mean to tell me this man is also a DJ, a producer, and a photographer? Well, sir, and he good in all of them, you know? Because whenever he DJ in school, things got drastic. Those pics, they're picture perfect. Being a producer, he gives the youth a future. But This is a man who is blessed with many talents. He doesn't use them for attractions, but expresses them as gifts filled with passion. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, congratulate, and give a round of applause for our Youth Impact 12 awardee, the one who gives youth hope in the future, Mr. Brandon DJ Drastic Claxton.
Good night, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank God and my parents and also the person that nominated me. Also, the Department of Youth and Sports for recognizing me. I would also like to thank the Education Department for giving me the opportunity to pass on my knowledge that I've learned to the future minds of this country. Also, the past, present, and future students for allowing me to impact them in such a way. And I would also ask them to look at me as an example and to know there's no limits. And you can also push for more because there is so much more that you can achieve in life as young people. Thank you very much.
The next awardee is Marvel J. Nisbet. She will be awarded in the area of patriotism. Let's give her a round of applause.
Formed with the burly wools of Anguilla, stitched with the cords of St. Kitts and Nevis, she stands as Miss Mervyn Nisbet. It was July 20, 1990, that our Nivision sand, rich culture, and warm tropical weather knew that they were challenged with uncompromising luster. That was tilled by Jesopians, rolled by the St. Thomas's Preschool, now INS France Preschool, and relentlessly watered by the St. Thomas's Primary School. This alma mater showcased her talents and capabilities through competitions, national events, and cultural activities. Through national events, sorry, I could please have the, it's on? Okay, not the mic. Okay, sorry about that. Formed with the burly wools of Anguilla, stitched with the cords of St. Kitts and Nevis, she stands as Miss Mervyn Nisbet. It was July 20, 1990, that our Nivision sand, rich culture, and warm tropical weather knew that they were challenged with uncompromising luster. that was tilled by dystopians, rolled by the St. Thomas's Preschool, now INS France Preschool, and relentlessly watered by the St. Thomas's Primary School. This alma mater showcased her talents and capabilities through competitions, national events, and cultural activities. Spoiled with such raw talent, selfishness would have it if her talents did not spill across the Atlantic. At 13, enthusiastic Merville tainted the emerald grasses of Anguilla with contagious ambition and great prowess. After leaving trails of her academic success in the four corners of sixth form by always trying her very best, she then swung the red, yellow, white, and green flag back to Queen City at the age of 20 and took up the prized baton of teaching and wore the yellow stripes as she brought sunshine to schools and the green as she was able to fertilize their minds. Built from regal stripes, Merville showers herself in her love for pageantry and delivers each time with exquisite mastery. Merville matriculated at the University of the West Indies and bade goodbye with a Bachelor's of Art in History with a minor in Anthropology. It was amidst cultural turmoil in unfamiliar land that she was able to lend pieces of Brimstone Hill, Cottage Church, stewed saltfish, spicy plantain, Honorable L. Bradshaw, and Honorable Simon Daniel to her role of a promoter and advocate of national pride. Merville deeply believes that the life of patriotism lives beyond the year-work depiction, but burns brighter from the black gold of national participation, gas leaks of contribution to nation building, charged by wires of tangible and intangible demonstration of national pride. Not even the anguish from fury flames could tarnish the national pride of Merville, as her hair is swept in the shadow of our African heritage, her blood tainted with red hue, her gentle fingers dusted with yellow, her mind fertile like the Tapaka desert, her eyes gleaming with hope. She stands. She continues to stand. She stands as Miss Merville Janelle Nisbet.
Good night. It appears I didn't check my email, so I didn't know about this part. But nevertheless, I'd like to begin by thanking my lovely former student and cousin, Shania, for that depiction of my bio. And of course, I always have to say thank you to my mother for everything that I achieved because she's my #1 supporter. Thank you to the island of Nevis in general, because this is my country and I just love giving back, and that's why I think I got awarded in this area. And I would like to dedicate this one to my brother who I lost last year, who would be super proud of me right now. So thank you.
Thank you, Merville, for your patriotism. I really enjoy the flow that the segments are taking, the creativity that they have added to it in regards to the poems, as we are educated by each person. Now, our next awardee is Malikwa Rashida Kamu, and she will be awarded in the area of volunteerism.
night I say to one and all, my task here tonight is one I don't consider small. I'm here to introduce yet another amazing individual. She goes by the name of Malikwa, and in my opinion, she's nothing short of phenomenal. Born on December 6th, 1998, from an extremely young age, she was a very giving spirit. I mean, she exhibited features you wouldn't see from many children for sure. For I kid you not, Malikwa used to volunteer to do house chores, never seeking any reward or even form of pay. She just enjoys helping out. Believe it, if you may. She used to ask to go to grandma's house in Cotton Ground some days, or just work in her dad's shop as a shopkeeper some days. I mean, even while she attended the Mad Cross Preparatory School, she was always willing to help with whatever she could do. From cleaning the truck to picking up notebooks and distributing them too. And don't even talk about sports term, which she would help through and through. Rashida, while at GSS and the NIA Sixth Form College, continued in the same vein. Oh no, I make no mistake. For Malikwa and Rashida are one in the same. Her love for helping others moved her to join the Jerry and Ursa 5-Youth Easter Camp for about 5 years running, where she helps the young campers with the activities they will be learning. Now, remember I said that she may be considered a Christmas baby? But there is another area where she contributed to greatly, and one that brings joys to many families and a definite photo opportunity is none other than the year-to-year decoration of the beautiful Zion Christmas tree. Rashida started an after-school tutoring and homework program to help the children in her community. This program is considered to be very unique. For when her parents asked how much it would be, she simply said it would be free. She volunteers with the youth department on a regular basis, with all sorts of youth programs along her summer internship. I was not given enough time to list Rashida's many accomplishments. She's a teacher, an artist, and even a youth volunteer. She now pursued studies in information technology and has big plans to modernize the medical industry. What about homework and tutoring assistance? Are those programs over? Well, Malikwa says no. She will be back and bigger than ever. So it is my pleasure, and without any further ado, to introduce Malikwa Rashida Campbell.
Good night. I'd like to say thank you to my parents, friends, and most of the youth, Department of Youth and Sport. I am not talkative, so I will just cut it short there.
All right, Malika, it appears to be you're shy. All right, let's move along. Our next awardee is Shakir Stapleton. Shakir Stapleton. They'll be awarded in youth development.
The next awardee is one who glided into the list
born to Jasper and Lorna Stapleton on June 13, 1996. Enrolled at just age 10 in the special education unit, it took a little time for him to begin his excellence in both athletics and academics. Being the first of anything is never easy and sometimes unplanned. For example, being in the first batch of students to write the test of standards exam. With an average mark of 50 and over required to pass, he was the first ever student to successfully attain that mark. That's the only second first, and I'm telling you, this guy is a true champion. In 2016, he graduated class valedictorian. I know you are eager and yearning to hear what comes next, but just relax a little bit and take a deep breath and prepare your minds for what comes next. This fine gentleman represented his country well and attained many awards. And mind you, I kid you not, he was triumphant both at home and abroad. As a Special Olympic athlete, he traveled the globe and did this comfortably, from Puerto Rico to China and even Abu Dhabi. Throughout the Federation, many people have been successful and have many accolades on their list. But tonight, I want to introduce to you the only Olympic gold medalist. His exceptional performances earned him gold and silver medals, and this is no trick, not just in track and field, but also in tennis. Now, this champion is leading the forefront now as a tennis coach. After paving the way, he now helps others with their approach. He is fully devoted to helping the differently abled in many different areas that are essential: sportsmanship, self-confidence, self-discipline, and dedication. He is a fitness guru and continues to improve his skills in tennis, cycling, cardio, and other areas where gaps needed to be filled. His hard work, dedication, and sporting accomplishments are second to none, so much so that I forgot to mention that Mr. Stapleton is also a seasoned IT technician. Employed with the NIA in the IT department for the past 7.5 years is where he has also been. Even at this post, he received an award in 2015. I think it is time for this young man's identity to be revealed. That we can all agree. So without further ado, come forward, Mr. Shakir Jarrell Stapleton. The world needs to see you.
Good evening. I'm presenting these words of thanks on behalf of my brother Shakir Jarrell Stapleton. I would like to take this opportunity to say thanks first to God for life and blessing me with an amazing family. My parents and sisters who nurtured and created an environment that let me know I could do anything I put my mind to. Thanks to the teachers and support staff at the Cicely Brown Integrated School who built on that foundation and gave me additional tools to succeed in everyday life. Special thanks to Mr. Elton Marcus Hull, my first tennis coach, who recognized my talents and gave me a start in playing the game. Thanks for helping me to achieve my goal of gold at the 2019 Special Olympics World Games in Abu Dhabi. Thanks to the members of the local and international Special Olympics team. You ensured that I was prepared for my interviews and had the necessary sponsorships to compete on the international stage. Additionally, thanks for your continued help in my pursuit to becoming a certified tennis coach. To my current supervisor at the IT department, Mr. Craig David, thank you for nominating me for this award, for sharing your knowledge with me and giving me the opportunity to grow throughout the department. Thanks to the Department of Youth for this award. I am grateful for your confidence in me, and I will continue to do my best to be a great example to the youth of Nevis and the world.
Thank you, Mama, very much.
Thank you. Our next awardee is none other than Davian Griffin, who will be awarded in the category of Youth in the Arts. A round of applause, please.
Davian Griffin comes from good pedigree from the David and Valencia Griffin family tree. August 23rd made him 21, but he's an ambitious and innovative Nivision son. From age 8, with a love for cartoons and drawing to all parts, he's a budding visual artist and a master of digital and traditional arts. An initial discouragement at 14 caused some despair, and he gave up drawing for one whole year. But his love and passion were eventually reignited as he searched the digital arts via World Wide Web. With the help of his parents, who are certainly no fools, he was able to purchase his well-needed high-tech tools. At age 17, while in sixth form, it was logical behavior that he would choose such subjects as visual arts and digital media. His career choice was not to be missed. He made up in his mind he would become a full-time artist. A brief stint in the restaurant industry helped him to overcome immensely. He learned lifelong lessons that he will never forget, and that is one experience he will never regret. However, the COVID-19 lockdown, as unwelcome in our eyes, proved to be a blessing in disguise. He utilized his time wisely through YouTube tutorials and reached out to like-minded individuals. So now, he has found his niche and his own unique touch. With a diploma in hand and numerous entrepreneurial opportunities as such, his paint and sift events at Lime Beach Bar and Grill are phenomenal, and how he is willing to share his knowledge even to Millicent and her daughter Val. He is willing to host workshops to assist interested youth along the way, and who knows, they may not even have to pay. So stand with me, put a hand as we salute our awardee, Youth in the Arts, the great Davian.
Good night, everybody. I'd like to express many thanks to God for giving me a blessing, and expressing thanks to my parents for believing in me, and all my friends and family for believing in me, and taking my time and using my skills and having confidence in me to know that I could do whatever I want in life. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite the representative of the National Caribbean Insurance to the stage to issue the next 4 awards.
first award will be awarded to Deandra Archibald, and she will be awarded for volunteerism. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you've been having a treat. So many amazing young people being awarded for the great things they have achieved. But just when you thought we've exhausted our list, this next awardee we could have never missed. Born to Mavis and Franklin on January 16, 1998, she had an extremely generous spirit from a very young age. And at the tender age of 10, she accepted Christ and became a Christian. And with Jesus as the main staple in her life, she began her mission. It started with volunteering for almost everything that the church had to offer. She would dance, clean, and sing, and in Sunday school, teach both sons and daughters. Throughout her time at the Joycelyn Library Primary and the Gingerland Secondary Schools, everyone attested to her great contributions in helping both teachers and students, and no was a word she would never use. She loves to dance and loves to teach others to dance too. There was absolutely no surprise when she became an instructor of the Shekinah dance group. In 2019, she started a new venture, and her supporters surely welcomed the adventure. She created the Girls Destined for Greatness Empowerment Group. Here, she nurtures girls from the age of 12 to be the best person they can be. She not only helps them to navigate their lives spiritually, but also emotionally and academically. Along with character building, she also tutors in English and mathematics, and even POB. If she's unable to present in person, she will present virtually. Currently, she's employed as a teacher at the Charleston Preschool, where she continues to nurture the children of society. She is willing to give, always, willing to serve, always, and willing to help with whatever she can do. Deandra Archibald firmly believes that when you work to improve the quality of someone else's life, your life in turn automatically improves. And this is exactly what she aims for and continues to do. In the good book, it advises us not to grow weary in well-doing, for in due time, one will reap their reward. I know this is not what the Bible is talking about, but Deandra Archibald, please come forth and accept this award.
Good night, everyone. As my dear friend Rashida said, I am going to do it short. Firstly, I would like to thank God Almighty for everything that He has done for me. Secondly, I would love to thank my parents for all they have done and still continue to do for me. Thirdly, I would love to thank the youth and sports and everyone that saw that there is something great inside of me. Now, awardees, please keep the good work and continue.
Our next awardee is Yasu Lazy Grant, and she will be awarded in the category of Youth in Entrepreneurship. A round of applause, please.
Crowned with American jewels, tamed by the vibrant gales of November wind on 11th, 1991, Heaven pronouncer Yasulesi Flanders Grant, an explosion of illustrative and video graphics. From the springtime of life, she knew exactly who she was becoming, a household name in graphics. Even though her hands did not allow for freehand painting and drawing, her mind saw way above it. Her mind and passion ignite, and her dream became captive. She painted the world black and yellow when she began her business Solasi's edits, throwing away the prototype for invitations, posters, and flyers. To meet all graphic desires, she stands tall with her patriotic banner, giving back to her country with honor, working as a production assistant at the Nevis television, leaving a footprint in a world dominated by men. She always gave it her all, volunteered so many events, and volunteered without expectations, overcame the hurdles and weathered the storm, all while mothering two children, all while conquering the odds. Her hands dusted with art, her eyes filled with the intense desire to promote growth in the graphic industry, her mind arrested by one day opening a brick and mortar store. But she is liberated by the roots of a harvest, sown painstakingly with sweat. And now, the upcoming generation can now say, Mommy, I can do it, because it was already done by Yasu.
Good night. I'm trying not to cry. Firstly, I'd like to dedicate my award to the late Alvis Dyer, my grandmother. VJ, thank you so much for believing in the girl with the strong personality and nominating me. To my friends and family who cheer me on day and night. Gianni and Jalil, Mommy does this for you. Thanks to everybody who believed in me. Good night.
I would like to highlight the drawing that was on the screen. It was done by one of our awardees here tonight, Mr. Davian Griffin. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that recognition, Dasky. Moving on, we would have our next awardee, Jevon Claxton, and he will be awarded in Youth in Technology. Jevon Claxton. Jevon Claxton is not with us today, but Sadiq Keynes will be collecting his award. Let's give her a round of applause.
This ceremony would be far from complete had it not been for this next awardee. Born in Tortola but moved to Nevis when he was only 8, not knowing what to expect, a bright future would be his fate. It all started in secondary school with a simple challenge from father to son. I have some old computers, I bet you can't even fix one. After a few sleepless nights and a little bit of fun, he shouted to his father, "Daddy, I'm done." And that computer he fixed so well took him through secondary school right to the very last bell. What started out as a few nights of satisfaction swiftly turned into a lifelong joy and passion. High school was a start and a push in the right direction. At the end of high school in information technology, he obtained a distinction. Computers were one thing, but that wasn't all. The awardee I'm about to introduce to you was one of Nevis's top track stars. There are many track events suited for different pace, but the 400 meters was surely this guy's race. It started in primary school way back in 2001. To the World Youth Championship, he went in the Hummingbird Land. From 2006 right through 2008, he was Sinkis and Nevis's track ambassador and was always recognized at the Athletes' Gate. Youth Championships, Carifta, Pan American, Central American, and Caribbean Games, you name it. He was there for the athletes' call. He flew the flag proudly, for he knew he was representing us all. In 2008, he received a track and field scholarship. It came as no shock, and he went to Lindenwood University to tear up the track. If you're wondering what he studied, then you haven't been paying attention. Did you not hear me mention his love for computers and the distinction? After graduating in 2012, back to Nevis he came, with a wealth of knowledge, experience, and vigor, ready to change the game. He worked at the IT department, but not for too long. His track expertise was once again needed, this time in Jamdown. Yes, off to Jamaica for the Racers Track Club he ran, alongside Usain Bolt, the world's fastest man. Back to Nevis in 2014, and now a new journey he went. He was now the new system analyst at the IT department. Fast forward a few years to present, but not without a confession, for all the projects to which he has contributed would simply be too numerous to mention. His hard work and dedication through the years speak lengths. It's soon time for me to introduce to you the Assistant Director of the IT department. After such an incredible journey, you wonder what next to do. He is now a family man and a father of two. With two lovely daughters that he hopes to teach the same virtues, Mr. Javon Akeem Claxton, we definitely rate and salute you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Shadi Keynes, Javon's cousin, and I am honored to accept this award on his behalf. I will now read a few words from him. I am indeed elated that I found worthy to be awarded Youth in Technology. This will always cross my mind and constantly remind me of how it all started and every effort it took me to get to where we are now. It gives me so much joy that my efforts, along with the other awardees present in this room, are not being overlooked because we are young. So I want to say thank you to my family and friends, my children, Janira and Jamida Claxton, and their mother, Minira Bertie, Craig David, and Quincy Prentice for the motivation and encouragement throughout the years to help me get to where I am today. Shadi Keynes for accepting this award on my behalf, and to the Youth and Sports Department for this award. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Our last but not our least awardee is Giovanni Tyson, and he is awarded in the category of Sports Excellence. Round of applause, please. Now, Giovanni could not make it this evening, but Mavis Paris will collect his award. Mavis Paris will collect his award for him.
The opportunity is graciously mine here. And now, if you please, allow me to introduce to you this amazing young man, our next awardee. His all-around contribution leaves room for no slack, for the guy I'm about to introduce to you has made a huge impact. He hails from the little island of Nevis, Stony Grove to be exact, determined, driven, and a God-fearing individual. Oh, and that's a fact. He has exhibited these attributes throughout the various facets of his life, especially in the field of sports that he loves, not just like. As early as age 7, he made the CPS football team, and by the very next year, he was the school's cricketing dream. Don't talk about the inter-primary school sports. Of course, he was dominant on the track. His numerous medals will surely attest to that. At CPS, he attained many awards, such as Best Striker and Top Scorer in the football leagues. A few more in cricket quickly sealed the deal. In 2010, it was time to go. No more primary school sports, it was the big boys show. Now at secondary school, many athletes began to fade. But no, not this one. It's as if for sports he was made. He represented Charleston Secondary School well in almost every event. At the Inter-High School Championships, he made his presence felt. The 2015 4x400 meter record was shattered clean. And guess what? This awardee was a part of that relay team. He played a lot of football and made many, many teams. For example, Hard Times United and Nevis under 15. When he was just 13, Stony Grove FC recruited him to their team. He then became the youngest goal scorer in the Nevis Football League. Now, let me take my time with this next section. For here we discuss this awardee's top sporting passion. And you guessed it, cricket is the name of the game. And here is where he made his regional name. He captained Nevis teams at all the youth levels with great effort, and also represented Nevis well in all of the Leeward Islands youth cricket setups. He traveled with the Nevis senior cricketers in 2018 and 2019, and featured in Nevis Premier 11 against the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots team. Beyond his many sporting accolades, there are other things he loves to do: fishing, basketball, and kite making, just to name a few. I should also mention he's known to be a fitness coach, as health and wellness is one of the things he treasures most. From helping others with cricket, football, fitness, and even making kites, he continues to contribute to society in all walks of life. I know you must be wowed, and you're probably wondering, who is this wonderful son? I introduce to you Mr. Giovanni Tyson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mavis Paris, the aunt of Giovanni Tyson, my sister's son. I am standing here with tears because Giovanni Tyson is overseas, battling for his life. He was diagnosed, when he left here, we didn't know what was wrong, but he was diagnosed with a staph infection that was already starting to eat away his leg. When he left here, he couldn't walk. His leg was swollen. He's in the Dominican Republic, and there has been some success. And we thank God for this. Because when I listen to all that was said about my Giovanni, we see that he has accomplished a lot. I don't know if you'll be able to hear.
Good evening to all. I would like to extend my thanks to the sports department for nominating me for this sports award. It's a very, very warm feeling to achieve such. I really respect and give thanks for the nomination from the nominees. I remember sitting in the crowd last year applauding my fellow friend Brandon Powell and seeing that I'm here now. Even though I'm not even right here, but I still feel like I'm here. I give thanks to one and all. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I didn't know that there was a color code, but I was instructed by Giovanni to wear my power dress, the batik that I learned in Indonesia, because he said he's coming back to challenge me to beat me at my design. Presently, Giovanni is the only young man in Nevis who has clothing and textiles at an O-level pass. So he stays fighting. He has many interests. I thank you, and I love my nephew.
Yes, we send our prayers and well wishes to Giovanni, and we hope that you may have a speedy recovery. It has been a truly inspiring evening, and I must say to the awardees tonight that you are very inspiring and amazing persons. I hope that you may inspire the other generations to come and also our viewers. Can we have one big round of applause for all of our awardees this evening? Remember I said earlier that the Honorable Eric Evelyn is not here because he's away on official duty, but he has found a way to make his presence felt. Please pay attention to the screen. There's a presentation before you.
Good evening, everyone. And first of all, let me humbly apologize for my absence from this function this evening, but I am overseas on government duty. But I want to tell you that I'm there with you in spirit. First of all, let me commend very highly the Department of Youth for once again putting this activity and this initiative together. I think that the leadership there at the Department of Youth has been extremely good. And I want to commend Ms. Curtis Clark, the director, and her entire staff. It's a small team, but very dynamic. And the work that you all are doing deserves commendation. I want next to congratulate heartily all awardees who will be receiving the honor tonight of a Youth Award. I want to commend and congratulate Brendan Claxton in Education and Lifelong Learning, Merville Janan Nisbet in Patriotism, Malikor Kamu, Volunteerism, Shakir Stapleton, Youth Development, Davian Griffin, Youth in the Arts, Deandra Archibald, Volunteerism, Yasulesi Grant, Youth in Entrepreneurship, Javon Claxton, Youth in Technology, and Giovanni Tyson, Sports Excellence. I know all of the awardees, and you are all very deserving of this honor. It is important that as a department and Ministry of Youth, that we highlight the work of these young persons. And I want to tell you that you are role models for other young persons on Nevis, and I want to encourage you to keep up the excellent work that you have been doing. You are all very deserving of the honor, and I hope that the other young persons on Nevis are looking on, and that they will take pattern, and that they can be here next year to receive a similar award. It is very important that we highlight the excellent work that our young people are doing. We always hear a lot about the bad, but it's important that when persons shine, that we highlight them. And so once again, heartiest congratulations to all of you for this very deserving award. May you continue to shine for the rest of the young people on Needless to See, and may you treasure this award for your entire lifetime. Congratulations to all of you, and God bless.
We will now introduce our green ambassadors. At the start of the year, the department took the bold step to advocate for climate action. The department deemed it necessary to engage young people in efforts to protect the environment. You would notice the color scheme, which is green, as a representation of Mother Earth. You would have also been greeted to a music video called Save the Earth, which was created predominantly by a team of young people. You would have also realized that the decor incorporated nature's gifts. I can also tell you that the refreshments that will be served following the event will demonstrate the department's appreciation of the gifts from Mother Earth as well. To assist in our fight to lead our nation and the region to a greener and more sustainable economy, the Green Ambassadors Program was launched. 6 volunteers who are enthusiastic about a greener earth committed to the undertakings of this program. They have produced video contents, attended various trainings, and engaged in dialogues relating to ecotourism, climate protection, ecosystem restoration, green building, marine conservation, and food security. The department wishes to express profound gratitude to Shakima Maloney and Jaden Dorr, who started the journey with us. The 4 ambassadors to be awarded are Miss Nikesha Henry, Miss Aliyah Powell, Miss Truvana Richards, and Mr. Dylan Smithen. Please give a round of applause as they make their way to the stage. The medals will be distributed by Assistant Secretary D. Michelle Liebert. First person, Mr. Dylan Smithen. Congratulations, Mr. Smithen. Then we have Nikesha Henry. Congratulations, Miss Henry. Then we have Truvana Richards. She's not here. Next person is Aliyah Powell. Congratulations, Ms. Powell. Thank you, Ms. Liebert.
The interviewers were instrumental in selecting tonight's awardees. As a show of appreciation, we'd like to present to each interviewer a certificate of appreciation. The first interviewer, Miss Shalisa Glassford. Miss Fredicia Liebert. Mr. Sean Joseph. Miss Diana Hobson. Miss Charmaine Jeffers. Miss J.D. Keynes. Miss Diana Brown. Miss Keva Challenger. Miss Kerisha Powell. Miss Tasha Parry. Mr. Ryan Kadu. Miss Vinell Powell. Mrs. Tebron Joseph. Mr. Dejon Liebert. Mr. Dwayne Hendrickson. Mr. Jamir Claxton. Mr. Ketwi Webb. Thank you to all interviewers, and thank you, Ms. Liebert.
We have now come to the end of an impressive hosting of the Youth Impact 12 Awards ceremony. Since, according to Coffee, gratitude is a must, I will now invite Leandre Dyer to the podium to issue the vote of thanks. Leandre is a youth development officer, a youth advocate, and a creative.
tonight was indeed on fire. So hot that we can make toast. We've all gotten a slice. Each bite has truly been grateful. I know our cups are empty, but for that, we are thankful. But don't you worry about a seat. These chairs are free. Free chairs. Here goes. We want to praise the Almighty for this lovely opportunity. Only God knows you and I could have been in a eulogy. Secondly, free cheers to the Ministry of Social Development. Free cheers to the SKN Development Bank, National Caribbean Insurance. Free cheers to Saga Shipping. Free cheers to Deslin Johnson and the NEPAC staff. Free cheers to Job Sweet Kitchen. Free cheers to Design Creations. Free cheers to Warner's One Stop. Free cheers to Mr. Carl Tyson. Free cheers to Bridget Hunkins. Free cheers to Jermaine Bartlett. Free cheers to Russell Jeffers. Free cheers to Emrys Mills. We thank you all and for that support that you give. Free cheers to Tebron Joseph. Free cheers to Lorenzo Philip. Free cheers to Mr. Keith Glasgow. Free cheers to both MCs, like Dasky Percival and Nayoka Hendrickson. We thank you greatly. What's action without cameras, though? Free cheers to Nevis Television. Free cheers to Communications Unit. But I must say also, free cheers to the Green Ambassadors. Not to mention all the interviewers. Last year, some saw 6, but this year, you saw a 9. We value your time, and I'm sure these 9 were some of your best choices in life. Am I right? But special thanks to all of the poets. You have more bars than the ones in Nevis. You guys were phenomenal. Great job. We really loved your pieces. And we want to especially big up all our awardees. Greatness is ahead, and continue to strive for greatness. This is the Youth Impact 12 Award Ceremony. Youth Impact 1 and 2. But will you be amongst the 12 anytime soon? It is left to be seen, to be continued.
Thank you for that vote of thanks. We end by saying a heartfelt thank you to all of you who have joined in the celebration, both virtually and in person. Young people, continue to champion the cause for meaningful youth engagement. We are paying attention. We salute you. As we bring this edition of the Youth Impact 12 Awards ceremony to a close, Soca Empress, the newly crowned Soca Monarch winner, will treat us to her song, Bless. Good night, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. I would like to say congratulations to the awardees and continue to do what you do and strive for greatness. Hope everyone is feeling okay. Nice.
to the customer support portal, where we have made it easier for you to contact us. It starts with your question, email, a message, phone call, or a search on our website. Our CSP provides prompt and efficient solutions to your problems. We pride ourselves on treating our clients responsibly and ensuring your information is kept safe. Log on to www.skndv.net and send us a ticket or email us at customersupport@skndv.com. You may also call us directly at 869-465-2288, extension 1322, or 954-353-1003.
Let us dance and celebrate, yeah, cause we are blessed, blessed. We're thankful, oh yes, we're blessed. Dirty bad mind move and go away. Today no one can break my stride. I rolling with Jaja by my side. Where with you bad energy? Don't bring no bad vibes on here, don't come. No, don't come. Today we are blessed to be alive. Tomorrow is never promised to you and I. No, I am so happy. Blessings pouring down on me, so I must give him thanks. Raise your hands and wave them. Let us dance and celebrate it. Cause we are blessed, blessed. We're thankful, oh yes, we're blessed, blessed. Dirty bad mind move and go away. Raise your hands and wave them. Let us dance and celebrate it. Cause we are blessed, yeah. We have life, oh yes. Even the days when things get rough, we never lose faith, never give up. We are warriors, born to conquer, we are survivors. If you ever try and you fail, we never give up, we try again. No worries, no stress, protected I must confess, yes we are blessed. Raise your hands and wave them. Let us dance and celebrate it. Cause we are blessed, blessed. We're thankful, oh yes, we're blessed, blessed. Dirty bad mind move and go away. Raise your hands and wave them. Let us dance and celebrate it. Cause we are blessed, yeah. We have life, oh yes. Bless, 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 bless. Remember, you are blessed. Thank you.